So you want to lose body fat. I'm going to tell you how, but I'm also going to tell you you're not going to like it. Hiyo, friends! Guess what? It's Friday, and that means we're talking fitness for the first time. We're finally going to talk some fitness. We've been talking about mental health, which is great. We're trying to end the stigma. We're trying to be happy in our lives. But now we're going to talk some fitness. I've been wanting to do this. We've been 4 vlogs in about mental health, and I had a decent week. It started off not so hot on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday we got better. Thursday we got better. Here we are Friday. I'm super happy. And I'm happy because I've had good workouts at the gym, and I've been doing something that has really improved my cardiovascular state. It's called high intensity interval training, also known as HIIT. Yeah. If you know what HIIT is, you know it's awful. It's not fun at all, but it's effective. And if you don't know that it's effective, I'm here to tell you that HIIT is here to tell you that it is incredibly effective, but it's nauseating and it's not a lot of fun. So maybe you're one of those people who thinks, I'm in great cardiovascular shape. And if you're one of those people, bravo, honestly, like it's impressive. But also HIIT will tell you that you're not in great cardiovascular shape. That's the thing about this program. No matter what you do, no matter how great a shape you think you're in, HIIT will always prove otherwise. Always. It will always torture you no matter what kind of shape you're in, whether you're a beginner into HIIT or whether you've been doing it for 10 years and you're like, yeah, I'm a master at cardiovascular work. HIIT's gonna say, I don't care. I'm here to tell you you're not. So you see a lot of people in the gym when they say, hey, what are you doing for cardio? Oh, I'm hitting the tread climber, the stair climber for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or I'm gonna run on the treadmill for, I don't know, 20 minutes, or I'm gonna hit the spin bike for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And they're just going along at a steady pace. And while I always say that is better than nothing, it's not nearly as good as HIIT. And it's that time of year where people are like, hey, gotta get the beach bod, want to start looking good. See, I'm working on it. So if you want to make fun of me, go ahead. I can take it. Go ahead. It won't bother me much. It's that time of year where people are putting their effort into looking good for spring and summer. And I get it. I'm one of those people. I'm trying to do it too. But the effective way to do it is through high intensity interval training, not on the spin bike, just steadily going about your business for 40 minutes. So what exactly is HIIT? It's basically intervals where you're putting your body under stress for a certain amount of time, and then you're relieving that stress for a certain amount of time. And you're just doing that over and 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 over. That's my inner Marshawn Lynch. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then check out Marshawn Lynch's clip. It's funny. It's doing an interval of high intensity and an interval of low intensity. So an example, right now, I'm trying to get myself back into better shape as far as my cardiovascular system is concerned. So I'm doing 30 on, 60 off. And what that means is I'm doing 30 seconds of high intensity movement and 60 seconds of lower intensity movement. So I'm using a spin bike. Now, I'd rather not be using a spin bike, but truthfully, I'm a little too scared of the treadmill right now because I don't like running on a treadmill indoors. So there are different levels to this, and we'll go through the different options you have for exercises later. But right now I'm doing a spin bike, and I do 30 seconds of hard biking, and then I take a minute off. And I kind of just pedal along at a light, easy pace, and then I dial it up again once the minute's over. And I've been trying to do this right now about 10 times. Truthfully, it's not enough, but it is better than nothing, and I've been improving since I started doing more HIIT again. I started at 6 intervals, I'm 7, 8, 9, and now I'm at 10, and I do it every other day. What are the benefits of it? High intensity interval training will torch calories faster than an equivalent amount of time under steady. I'm vlogging here. I'm vlogging. So if you're gonna do 20 minutes of steady state cardio, 20 minutes of high intensity interval training, you will burn more calories, and I'm telling you over the course of a day, you will burn more fat doing it that way. And while it's not enjoyable to do during the process if you're doing it right, once it's done, it's amazing. And it feels great once you're done because you're like, man, I just put in some heavy duty work. I always feel energized when I do it, and I find that when I do a good session of high intensity interval training, it helps give me energy through the day, which is kind of bizarre because you think it'd be the opposite given you just put your body under an incredible amount of stress, so you should be lethargic and maybe you should feel tired. I don't, it energizes me. And if you can't tell, I did it today. That's why I'm energized right now. So if your nutrition is somewhat on point and even your weightlifting or your weight training is somewhat on point, high intensity interval training will help. So let's start with those of you that want to push yourself. So there's two things that I have found, two exercises that are debilitating hard, like to the point that you think, I'm going to die before I finish this. One of them is sprints, and I'm not talking flat sprints, uphill sprints. The second one is on an assault bike. So let's talk sprints first of all. Hill sprints. Get on your shoes and run as fast and as hard as you can up a hill, 30 seconds as hard as you can, followed by 1 minute to get back down the hill at a much slower pace. You could even walk if you need to, but just kind of a very, very light pace. Once you've hit the minute, you turn around and you do it again. And I would suggest starting at 8. If you can do eight sets of that, that's pretty good. That's what? That's 12 minutes. What I would do is go from 8, say the next week you do 9 to 10, then 11 to 12. If you can get up to 15, that's pretty good. Once you've hit 15, I would start working your time, your less intense time down. So you're doing 30 seconds on, 1 minute off, up to 15 reps. Then start to work your way down to 30 seconds on, 50 seconds off. 30 seconds on, 45 seconds off. 40 seconds on, 50 seconds off. 45 seconds on, 45 seconds off. If you're doing, as I mentioned before, if you're doing 45 seconds on, 45 seconds off on hill sprints, I want you to get a hold of me. I want to come film it. And so that's the sprinting side of it. Then there's the assault bike, which was equally hard and not as easy to find. So, you know, you work out your typical regular boutique workout places, you're probably not going to find an assault bike. They're more in specialized places. Assault bikes are the assault air bikes, where you're pedaling on it like you are on a bicycle, but you also have the handlebars that move like this while you're pedaling. And basically, all you're doing is pushing air. But it is grueling. You'll do the first set and think, oh, I'm breezing through this, right? Because the air is flying around, the machine's like, and you're like going like a madman. But when you get to set 3 and 4, I'm telling you, you're gonna hit a wall. If you're one of those people who wants to like ease into this and you wanna say, hey, no, not quite, I'll do 30 seconds on and 2 minutes off, the spin bike is great. The only drawback to the spin bike is it doesn't work your entire body. It kind of works your legs, so below your waist, which is fine. It's a good place to start. Like I said, low impact. And I'm telling you, if you can stick with this, and this is something you can do, I promise you, you will start to shed body fat faster than you could imagine. Now, when you go to the gym, pay attention to the amount of people doing high intensity interval training. I'm telling you, you might see 1% of the population in the gym doing it. Maybe. And it's not because people don't believe in it. It's because it's goddamn hard. That's why people don't want to do it, because it's really hard to do. And it'll take everything you've got, especially if you've just worked out and you do it after your workout. It's gonna take every single ounce of your being, every bit of your willpower to power through those sessions and get it finished. And I'm telling you, if you're starting and you're trying to get to 6 or 7 sets of this, by set 4, you are gonna be like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And if you can power through, I'm telling you, I promise you, if you can power through and get to your 8 sets or get to your 6 sets or whatever the goal is you have set for that week, if you can power through those days and get it done, by the time you get to the locker room to get changed and get ready to get out of there, your body will feel amazing. It's incredible. And I think for me, mostly, it's the fact that I accomplished it. So give high intensity interval training a try. It's impossibly hard. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say, yeah, it's easy, you can do it. It's really, really tough, but the rewards over time will be incredible. If you can do this consistently every other day for a month, I'm telling you, you're gonna see the results of it. You will see body fat loss, you will feel better, and the thing about it is, don't go by the scale, go by how you feel. It's a cool thing in that you're putting out this extraordinary amount of intensity over the course of a short period of time, and you would think, man, I should be just about comatose by now, but it invigorates you. And like I said to you earlier, I find that it gives me energy throughout the day. Give it a try. If you have any questions, hit me up below. My email's below. If you want to say, hey, I've been doing this and this is the way I do it and this is what works for me, cool. Let me know about it. Also, pound subscribe if you want to get some more content. We're going to be talking more about fitness. Got some cool things coming up down the pipe in the next couple of weeks. My email's below. You want to talk about things that are your successes I want to hear about them. I want to hear about the things that are working for you, whether it's fitness or mental health. If you want to reach out and say, hey man, I've been struggling with something. Is there any advice that you have, or is there something that's worked for you that I could try? I'm happy to give that to you. I can tell you about the things that have worked for me on the mental health to kind of keep me sane, for lack of a better term. Jim's obviously one of them. But yeah, hit subscribe, reach out via email or just on the comments below. Just tell me about what's going on in your life that's working. Tell me maybe what's not working, but you're trying to improve. Those are great stories. And don't forget, choose happiness.